welcome back here for the Patrouille de France by Jetesons. I should be with my friend Christopher Striker Curtis on for this demonstration. Hey Striker, are you there?
Hey, this is Chris Striker Curtis joining you live. Tango, do you hear me? How do you hear?
Yeah, I hear you fine, my friend. How are you doing now?
I'm doing good. Good to be here. Quick hop across the pond, as they say, and great to see here the Jetesons as they taxi out. This is going to be one heck of a demonstration.
Oh yeah, I hope they will pull some G's and do some amazing maneuver like they did last year. They have an amazing program. I'm pretty sure I got some sneak peek during this afternoon where the Soul pilots were training it. So Striker, how do you like the Patrouille de France? Did you see them already in America when they were doing the US tour or what?
Yeah, I got a glimpse of them as they went by on the beach one day, but unfortunately I didn't get a chance to go and get my lazy self out to one of the air shows as we see them taxiing out right now to VFAT. What do you say we go down, the call signs of each jet, Tango? I know what's number one, call sign Helmo, is that correct?
Yes, I think it's correct. I have lost my paper in the studio, but I will let you introduce the team while I was charging it.
Okay. Yeah, we got number two, is it, just correct me, yours. Number three, Squall. Number four is Morph. I believe it's a slot. Our good friend DJ VFAT. Number 6, Gene. And the number 7 jet, Luke. And 8 is Rafi. As you can see all of them right there on the runway. What do you think there, Tango?
I think they will perform an amazing demonstration as usual with the for the references for dynamics and maneuvers. So I got my paper, so they will take off with two formation and they will do some trefoil maneuvers, so high G maneuvers, some dynamics. So Striker, 8 Alpha jets. I think you have some of Alpha jets in the US, actually private is 8 Alpha jets. So what do you have any information about this aircraft? It's like obviously a training aircraft, it's the same range as the Embraer 339 at the L39 and stuff like that. You can see the smoke test going on now on the runway. Let's say the coup de palette. So Striker, tell me, what do you think about this car? Oh, they are rolling actually.
Yeah, as they roll, we'll get to the Alpha Jet here in a second. Watch close, guys. Watch this precision as they roll. It is not easy. Throttle management, fore and aft, and of course pitching up. It's a little different than most people think, as the wingman sometimes can pick up before the lead. As lead now gets off the ground, well done. Wingman follow suit. Looking good, guys, as the slot pilot goes and tucks himself right behind the lead. Gear not even up yet. Look at that.
A quick low transition to slot position from the slot pilot on the right. It's like a common, as you notice, the two-box takeoff is a very common formation for taking off, like the slot pilot on outer right. It's well performed in America with the Thunderbird and the Blue Angels, if I'm not mistaken, Striker. The slot pilot taking off outside right and switching back slowly behind the leader. Is that right, Striker?
That's right. Yeah, got a little feedback on my end. I got you hearing you twice now. But yeah, what you're saying though, as far as the Alpha Jet and what they're doing, the Alpha Jet is a phenomenal aircraft. In fact, I believe it's one of the fastest roll rate of any other aircraft out there. And so, come air show time like you're seeing right now, it's hold on to your hat kind of show. And that's kind of what the Jetesons are. Their programs are designed in a way inspired by the real. They're inspired just like everybody else by the real demonstration guys. Patrouille de France, Red Arrows, Thunderbird, Swiss Patrol. But it's really a hang on to your hat as their goal is to basically stay as close as possible to the center point of this show. So here they are coming back right now to demonstrate that. Right there in front of you, show center Tango.
And yes, they are coming really soon to the first pass, and they will do the famous coup de palette, which means the color change. As it said, the simulation is like the tool for training them, and they are more than ready to perform for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome you 2018 Virtual Patrouille de France by Jetesons.
Yeah, look at the very big aero pass smoke on left to right. Well done, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, the French flag painted in the virtual sky of this year's world.
Ouvre à droite.
As you say, the previously striker, this program regroup a lot of important point. Dynamism, always staying in small boxes to always have something to show to the public on the ground. So the program, you will see a lot of different formation change from the slot pilots, from the outer wingman for the solo section. They will perform a famous maneuver in France that we call a trèfle. A trefoil maneuver, it's like a clover loop, but not actually a clover loop because you will turn at the top to do an 80 degrees rotation.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. It's like a 90 rentrante coming up the loop with the turn during the pull as they come back to show center. That is not easy because when you got that small box like them, they've got to pull fast going into those turns to get back right back on. Smoke on now as they come right towards the crowd. Here, Patrouille. Well, it's the Patrouille Jetesons, but no, it's the Jetesons.
We can call them the Patrouille de France by Jetesons, and now please look the work that will be provided by the slot pilot to go back behind the leader during those kind of maneuvers. It's really hard for him. As I was saying previously with the Diana team, it's really hard to get back information with Canadian aircraft because it's turbojet, there is no afterburner, so you have to push the throttle in the maximum power to have the chance to be back behind the leader.
Yeah, it really sums up the Jetesons with the two words, as they say, coming back on the bottom of that clover loop. That would be, they choose pleasure and osmosis. Now, osmosis I get because you got to be pretty close to something to be osmosis, and boy, are they going over the top of the loop once again.
They're on fire, like training two vertical maneuver like this require a lot of skills from the wingmans and all the teams because there is actually no dead time and look, it's amazing because it draws a bit the shape of a heart in the sky.
Rendu et tourne à gauche.
Yeah, these guys aren't going slow too. Just because they're staying close in the boxes, not mean they're slowing down. They'll hit more than 600 kilometers per hour. 2 meters between each flight companions here. As hey, look at that turnaround. They're just gorgeous.
Just switch to the arrow formation now. You saw the work of the two guys to establish like a line behind the leader to be behind the formation. So now they will perform a barrel roll in this formation. So on the outside of the formation we have Luke and Rafi. Very hard for them to perform the barrel because they have no directive perspective on the leader, so they have to be very synchronized with the wingmans to perform the barrel roll in good order.
And not easy as well with the guys in the back. That's not just a stinger, that's the guy behind even him. So that that lateral and longitudinal modes definitely apply in a maneuver like that.
As you win. So it was well executed by the Jetesons. I know those guys put a lot of training hours, like QA and all the teams that were there today training. Look, this transition formation is amazing. How quick they go back on the slot pilot to draw this new formation called DAR in France. I don't know what we call it in English because DAR is pretty...
Yeah, I think that's going to call it DAR formation. Smoke on now from the right watches this loop. And then I believe they're going to go into the Concorde formation during the pull. Let's take a look.
En Concorde top. Maintien.
There we go, switching to Concorde, I think. Look how low are the loops. They are pulling some high G-forces to stay.
Wow, yeah, look at that. And well-rounded out roll, too. That is not easy. Good float up top, coming back on the down line in Concorde formation during the pull there. And good recovery.
Yeah, that's amazing. The keyword of the Patrouille de France, if you saw them once, is the speed of the transition between formation, the way that the pilots are moving the aircraft to be as soon as possible inside the new formation that the leader calls.
That's right, and I think we're looking for another formation change into the Apollo here on this loop.
Yes, they are doing, it's very hard to do actually because they are doing their formation changes inside the verticals of the loop. They are not the flat way, they are inside the vertical, so they are pulling. Now they are to focus to switch to the new formation. They have to move the stick in every direction to be able to reach the next position to draw this beautiful formation in the sky.
Yeah, great grouping, great spacing. You know, like you said, that transitions, those are not easy. And the way they do it so crisply just tells you how much they practice to get this right.
And the Jetesons are one of the most known aerobatic team in France. They are one of the leaders in France because they are, as we said previously, having the Patrouille de France, the Patrouille Tranchant, the Sparflex, and a lot of new teams in there. And all the pilots know what they do. They have some skills and they are proving it right now with this amazing and dynamic program.
Le fumier top.
Good precision on the smoke on calls too.
On y va, boucle.
I think now they will perform a maneuver called Saturn, if I'm not mistaken. I will take some seconds to talk about something very important for them. You know, in Europe, when we have teams and stuff, you have someone who wants to support the team. It's called in French a parrain, and the parrain of the Jetesons is an astronaut from France called Jean-Louis Chrétien, sorry. And yeah, let's draw this maneuver in his honor.
Yeah, great flying as always by the Jetesons. This is what people came out to see, folks. Great flying, formation, symmetry, as well as crispness throughout these high G maneuvers in this short and small air show box that we're witnessing.
The impressive keys of this program, as I said previously, is like the resources taken by the planes. With an Alpha Jet, you don't have the thrust of a F-16 or F-18, so you have to use inertia to be able to reach new position and formation during vertical maneuver. It's really hard to do. On Striker, you, as an experimented virtual pilot, you know exactly what I'm talking about because I think you're very familiar with the L-39. That is a kind of similar aircraft in terms of characteristics. So throttle have a huge impact in formation flying with those kind of trainer aircraft.
That's correct. Hey, look at this formation change as well, guys. Right to left. Wow, that is big.
Again, they are playing back.
It's like a great little green arrow pass right there.
Yeah,
am I wrong there, Tego?
Yeah, it's right. You see how they play with these color changes to be able to show us the flag of France in the game. That's really impressive because it adds a total new dimension in their display to not have simply a white color but actually be able to turn from white to blue, red, and drawing amazing shapes in the sky.
Yeah, so how many folks do we have on that team? What do you say? A good compliment for folks using VR, some folks using track IR there, Tango?
Actually, as we saw in the preview that Cypher will probably show later on of the sim room, we have Kiwi with the opposing solo flying VR. And I think, as we talked previously today with Manu, that VR have a huge impact now in simulation because it opens total new opportunities. But I think Jetesons are promoting the VR very well in France during their live event on museum or during live air shows in France. So yes, VR is important and they are showing it to everybody that they must switch to VR because VR is the future.
That's right, it certainly is. And of course, here's the present right now with these magnificent virtual Jetesons. Smoke is on. Tell me if I'm wrong. Is this the never saw maneuver? I think it is, folks.
Yeah. There we go. Crazy maneuver again by the Jetesons. Watch this, guys.
Barrel roll around the team. That's already information. Wow, this one just created 6 months ago. This one should be good. Look at that. Wow.
It's amazing how they can find new maneuver to perform and how many ideas they have to do some crazy things inside the simulator. And now this is the proof that those guys, wow, they know what they are doing. And now I think they will roll again around the smoke of the first section. Look at that. It's just impressive.
Devant, j'accélère. Accélère encore.
The complexity of those kind of maneuvers are really huge because you need to coordinate the two sections and be able to stay in contact. Now you can see second section in like canal formation will just do the barrel roll around the main section smoke, and they will rejam them to prepare. Oh my god, Striker, what the hell? They just cross in the middle of the first section. Wow! You need some skills, yeah, skills and precision for those kind of maneuver. Wow.
That's the great thing about the Jetesons. They're not chained in any way to the real counterpart in the way they make their maneuvers or like that. So a lot of teams, they're taking note right now what they're seeing and actually writing that down to, hey, this is a pretty good idea. So a lot of creativity right now, right here in the virtual realm.
That's what is good actually with the Jetesons. It's because they are emulating the program de Patrouille de France. They have this little permission to a bit improvise and create new maneuvers inside this program to add more dynamism and this personal touch. You can see now the regen of one of the Alpha Jet. The right side perfectly in time. That is actually a very hard thing to do, regening information on hop to barrel roll. What a dynamic, the program is so dynamic that I'm losing my words.
That's right, Outwingers on the rollout there as they come back in to rejoin to put the big formation back together. Very nicely done, very symmetrical as they make their turnaround on the left side of the show.
I think they are returning back to the field to perform the first break to separate the main section and the soloist of these 2018 teams. They have established their break formation. Smoke goes on and they will separate in few seconds to start the solo section of their program.
Éclatement intermédiaire, on y va, boucle.
That's right, before they go, it's your Jetesons into the climb, splitting once more. Look at that beautiful red and blue smoke on the bottom. There's the split, nicely done.
Devant, je rends la main.
The program is made to be watched. It's amazing how they can synchronize and look. Wheels are splitting in the front of the machine. The main section is continuing this vertical loop to prepare for the next maneuver. Now we are entering the solo section of the program, as I said previously, and the soloist will present us the combo cross here shortly, while the first section are doing the break 2.
Tell us what you think, folks, as you watch this as well. You can also hold your comments till after the demonstration. These guys are certainly earning every good comment that I can think of right now. So don't be afraid to let them know what you think all the way across the world.
Repère extérieur, top, rends la
One
main
heck of a community.
et dégauchez dans l'axe.
Yes,
There
tell
they
us
are.
what's back.
Out there, your two
3-0.
solos inbound. What do we see here?
So yes,
5
two from the
secondes de
left,
repère
two from the right, they will perform the combo cross.
Repère.
Watch carefully because the
Repère
Jetesons,
interstop.
they work a lot to have a
5
good
secondes du
synchronization,
conseil
and they will prove it, I hope, tonight by doing
Feuille
this
top,
amazing maneuver in the front
J'ai 3-0.
here at VFAT 2018.
Car prépare le
3-0 toujours, le combo, top.
Be ready and ready go.
Puis mi-coupé,
Wow, combo
top.
cross 2 versus 2. Push pull for the solos and outer wingmen. Well
4 secondes du
done.
Those guys,
Essaye top, prise de cap.
that was well executed. And look now, you got now at the
Et
bottom of the
touche le
screen on the left, the cockpit of DG on the right, the cockpit of Kiwed,
Et le
and
cadran.
the two solo pilots of this 2018 team.
45, vérité en top.
Interesting perspective, Striker. What do you think, Striker, to have the view in real time
Sommet,
in the cockpit? It's
0.
really nice to see what the power of
Cadence
the
bien,
pilot
5 secondes de repère
is when
extérieur.
they do solo maneuver. It's impressive.
Repère extérieur, papa. Rends la main et dégauchis dans l'axe. J'ai 2-7. Accélère.
You can see that
Ça
now
accélère.
they are coming
5
back
secondes du repère
to the
intérieur.
active runway. As I said previously, down the
Repère
right
intérieur,
of the
papa.
screen, Kiwed, down
Le
left,
seuil dans 5
DG.
secondes.
They will doing the
J'ai 2-8,
invert
2-9. Le
crossing.
seuil top.
Let's
La
see Kiwed goes
la fumée
in
top.
inverted now, and once they will cross, they will reverse the situation. Sorry.
2-9.
Formation cœur.
Inversion, top. Et le virage, go.
Good hit, good rollout on that. A lot of folks might lose altitude. Not on that for the show left on the solo as he exits to the left and also to the right. Well done, guys.
Yes, it's very hard to be synchronized. That's why the solo pilot need to have extra trainings in formations actually, because they need to work on their timing, their altitude, to be ready to always perform, to be always on the show center. So it makes the life of safer easier when they have the plane crossing right in the front of these cameras.
Séparation top, le fumée top.
It's also great to hear their calls. Very crisp, professional. These guys know what they're doing.
Oh yes, and now I think we arrive at an emotive moment of this program, like a love moment, because they are drawing the shape of her heart with a piercing arrow in the sky.
Rends la main.
It is for you here at VFAT 2018, the heart by the Jetesons dedicated to all of you here.
Ressources.
Les solos repère extérieur. Je rends la main et des gauchis.
Well executed.
Et
Now,
où la fumée tape.
Striker, we are arriving at one of my favorite maneuver that's called the King Flap. It's my favorite maneuver of all this
Qui est sur le dos
Look
quand
that,
tu veux.
it's amazing.
All right, you heard it there. King Flap on the right. Let's see what it is all about.
Tonneau. Top.
Oh my god, it looks so good. I like this.
Yeah,
That's
that's just
okay.
telling you the roll rate. That's showcasing you the roll rate of that jet. Look at that. I mean, even we get a little bit of issue there with the DCS and the overroll maybe sometimes, but can you imagine what those guys do? That's a lot of roll rate that they've got to monitor in there. So well done.
Yeah, this plane is very dynamic. And look now, an uncommon maneuver, a double knife edge pass. Wow, you don't see this maneuver every day. Ladies and gentlemen, the double knife edge
Yeah,
pass.
not only does he have to do the first one, but the guy on the back not only has to do that as well, he's going to fly off his lead in knife edge. Not easy.
Imagine position inside the cockpit, full left feet to hold the plane in position, and they did it so well, guys. Congratulations, it's amazing. Now coming back on the right, the box to perform one of the famous maneuvers of the Patrouille de France. It's called the Sheriff. The wingmans will go on knife edge and the slot pilot will go inverted. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Sheriff from the Patrouille de France by Jetesons.
Yeah, this was also coined many years ago, a long time ago in Russia, but look at them doing it amazingly. Two-inner on the knife, slots inverted. How cool is that?
Amazing maneuver, this closed box, the slot inverted over the leader. I love this. Alpha Jet is really good of good characteristic to handle the knife edge pass, and they did this maneuver so well. I really like kind of new maneuver like this, and now you can see the
cadence.
solos coming in the front now. Kiwi on DG for loop inline abreast with a break at the descent.
Maintien.
Yeah, you know, line abreast, folks, that is not easy. That's probably the hardest formations to do in DCS due to the nature of all that is virtual. Now, a lot better with the VR, but again, very difficult maneuver.
Coup de palette, éclatement.
Okay, it's
Top.
actually very difficult because you are turning your head 90 degrees left or right, which side you are. And look now the break that I was talking about at the end of this amazing
Rendu plus mi-coupé. Top.
Now they will prepare one of the second famous maneuver of the Patrouille de France that is called the wall or the mur in French, sorry. Like we have in Switzerland the tunnel, they have the mur. And ladies and gentlemen, be ready for this amazing crossing maneuver coming here shortly.
Seconde.
Yeah, you could tell us more about this, Tango. You guys are very well versed in this. What are we expected to see here?
So basically it's like an offensive. You have 6 aircraft on one side, 2 on the other side, and they will just cross in the front of us. Look now the cockpit perspective of them. It will happen shortly there. You can see DG on the left, aiming to the center of this formation. There we go. On the left of your screen, ladies and gentlemen, the solo for the wall.
Coup de palette. Top.
Virage à gauche
Once
incline.
again, well executed by the Patrouille de France by Jetesons. This maneuver is actually really hard to perform because you have to be synchronized with the main section to have to be to the same heading, to the same altitude in order to cross right in the center and right in the good moments. Ladies and gentlemen, the main section of the Patrouille de France drawing the French flags once again in the front of your eyes in the Delta formation.
Fumée, coupé top.
Sadly, we are having
Oh, ouais, droite,
really
non.
slowly at the end of the program. We have
Et tourne à droite.
two presentation more from them.
Derrière, tourne à
One
droite.
called G-Mix, and followed by the final break of this formation. As usual,
Derrière,
it's
rapide
always a
intégration.
pleasure to watch the Patrouille de France by Jetesons performing here because every year they are improving and making new things for us and for you in the
Je réduis.
chat watching live
Yeah,
on
man.
Twitch on virtual air shows
Réduis
for
encore.
this 14th edition of virtual air shows VFAT. And it's always a pleasure to be here with Striker
Voilà.
because
Ouvre à
he's
gauche.
like my saver with some term because sometimes, as you notice, I have some issue to find good name of formation or I lose my English. So, ladies and gentlemen, coming from the right, the Patrouille de France by
La
Jetesons
fumée.
for the
Top.
G-Mix.
Et les barriques, go.
Yeah, this is a great one as well. Also demonstrated by some other teams, but watch this unique way they do it as well.
The two solo pilots circling around the main formation. This maneuver have a lots of names around the globe. Corkscrew, G-Mix, the flirt, the approach roll, and this is a nice view brought to you by
Well, that's probably the
Cypher
best
here.
view right there. You'll see all day.
Oh my god.
Look at that, folks. Head on with the rolls. Keeping them honest there as they're rolling.
Yes, actually it's more difficult to do because they are actually
Pour tous,
turning.
fumée
This view
coupée.
brought by Cypher in the studio is
maintenant,
amazing
j'espère.
because we have all the perspective that the guys get when they are circling around the smoke.
All right, as they get ready to go and turn around for their final split, we'd like to remind you to stop by Jetesons.com as well as like them on Facebook. They'd really appreciate that. Follow them. They don't just do VFAT, they do a lot of other air shows. Obviously, VFAT is the biggest of the year.
Légère
And I'm
cadence.
sure they
et
work
tourne à
very
droite.
hard, as you can see, to be at the level
On
they
prépare
are
la
today.
couleur.
The Jetesons are, as always, as most of the team on social media, as you say, Striker. That was once again, Striker, a real pleasure to collaborate this show with you, to have your feedback about this team.
Le
And
boost top.
I know that you like the Patrouille de France by Jetesons, you like those kind of demonstration. So it's really cool for me to
Oh,
have
la
this.
main.
It's unique
Et
for me as
de
well
gauche.
to be able to share some time with you because, as you know, we are pretty much
Encore.
two busy men doing our stuff. So yeah, thanks again, Striker, for tuning with me
That was
tonight.
my pleasure. It's always one big air show, virtual and real family. We're always, and there's a little striker saying thanks, but there they come in for your final maneuver. It's the final split for the Jetesons.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
Top.
2018
Top. Et top.
Jetesons.
Fumée coupée top.
That's it, folks. That was conclude the 2018 demonstration of the Jetesons here at VFAT. Well done.